Greetings from the future. It's 80scomics.com, where I'm reviewing Alpha Flight issue number 1 on this fantastic device that I saw in Star Trek The Next what's going on? Star Trek The Next Generation. Alpha Flight. They're like the X-Men or the Avengers, but weirder and Canadian. Though I prefer to review the floppies and the paper comics, especially when they have that 40-year-old smell and are filled with Atari 2600 ads. Alpha Flight is on Marvel Unlimited. G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Micronauts are not. So if you have Marvel Unlimited, check out Alpha Flight. It's a great science fiction action series, superhero adventures, but like just a little bit stranger than what you'll find in X-Men and the Avengers. So Spider-Man's not even in this book. I don't know what he's doing on the cover. This is the issue where Alpha Flight reforms, because the Canadian, even though they're Canada's greatest heroes, they're fired. Great job. You're all let go. You've been made redundant. But Alpha Flight still has a heart of gold, or at least this guy does. What's his name? James Hudson. It's very Canadian. So James Hudson. Here we go. This is how you turn pages in the future. You swipe with your finger, and then if you really want to zoom in on this girl's glasses, you double tap. Woo, look at that. Anyway, so James Hudson is contacted by one of his friends. Even though he's been fired, there's this situation in Canada where the ground comes alive and turns into a giant monster. And maybe that's like a normal occurrence there. I don't know. Let's turn this light off over here. You don't need it when the comic book is self-illuminated. It's crazy. So we're going to turn the page there. So even though he's been let go, he's going to do his job and save the day anyway. So shouldn't you at least contact the rest of Alpha Flight? Heather, there is no Alpha Flight. Yes, there is. I'm reading it. Idiot. Anyway, she doesn't listen to him. And she calls the rest of Alpha Flight by shoving an entire stack of 5 1/4-inch floppy disks into the computer at the same time. I love how that guy flies. That's fantastic. Anyway, what we learn here in Alpha Flight is that though each of the members has their own superpower, and that they may be very powerful individually, like this guy can shoot lasers or whatever, and she can fly, and Sasquatch is like the Thing, but Canadian. Though each of them have their own powers, they have to work together as a team to really do the job right. Sorry, I had to think for a moment on how to phrase that one. Like Sasquatch, for example, may be able to rip off parts of this thing's body and bash him with it, but it still just flicks him away because that's not enough. And look, the twins are totally useless. They just fly in circles. And I think these two just end up watching the entire battle from the cliff. The only one that actually does anything is female Aquaman with the bug eyes. And female Aquaman with the bug eyes apparently, using the rest of their skills, because I guess they had to weaken it and then channel the weather and give emotional support or whatever. So yes, Alpha Flight, working together as a team, saves the day, and of course kicks off the entire series. It's actually a really fun read and a good book. I like to see how they came back together as a team, and at the end of it's got a nice chuckle because Puck is an asshole, and we all like assholes. Puck is like Wolverine except without the claws and much, much, much shorter. There's some good humor in here, like the kid's wearing a Fantastic Four t-shirt, and after Alpha Flight is fired, he flies away and says, "And that won't go far these days of the 77-cent dollar. I wonder if Captain America ever has problems like this." Nope, because they made big movies based on Captain America and the Avengers. Where's the Alpha Flight movie? Come on, Disney. Let's go. Let's bring out some Alpha Flight. All right, well, upon closer inspection, I have discovered that, for one thing, she's wearing sweet 80s mom glasses and Daisy Dukes, but also she does not insert a stack of 5 1/4-inch floppy disks into the computer. That's my bad. I'm sorry. I figured nobody in their right mind would actually do that. But what she's actually doing is even stupider. She's shoveling a stack of punch cards into a computer. Now that's just dumb. How do you expect a computer to read all the punch cards? It can't figure out what punches are what. Seriously? People in the 80s were so primitive. Turl. Also, the sound effect is all wrong, because floppy disks make more of a sound. Punch cards go turl. So as of now, you're all officially active and smarter. You're welcome.